Yo,
What's going on, bro?
ain't nothing cooling, not cooling, cooling. What's up with
Damn,
you?
we just started. You already fucking up and
Man,
shit.
it's live, live TV
yeah,
or live radio. This would be radio technically.
yeah, bro. We gonna get the little video jumps, man. What happened to that?
Well, my cameras, which I don't have access to, they would have been way more like convenient to record, but we can use the other cameras, but we have to stop frequently.
Yeah, obviously. So yeah, that'll
So,
be a hassle. So
and then
it
we have long-winded Mark. You know what I'm
who
saying?
we don't have today.
Yeah, he's not here today, y'all. Sorry.
You don't get the D voice.
Yeah,
You don't get that.
yeah. So we would have to get like super structure anyway. We was to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
But I kind of feel like you know this way works.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
So
I mean, cause not all the time people gonna look at it like sit there and watch a podcast. They'll just sit there and just listen for the majority of it.
yeah, and plus people be at work
Yeah,
or driving.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. We don't want nobody crashing their cars,
Yeah.
cause you know there are some dumb motherfuckers that'll try that.
And it's really just like you don't really have to see technically, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I
if,
mean,
if you can hear, we're not going to be doing nothing but just performing said words.
yeah. I mean, we do a lot of like technical performing of words, but I mean, there's nothing like too elaborate as to where it needs to be completely on camera or encapsulated on film. It's like,
Yeah.
come on, bro.
Unless I just want to see what the basement looks like, which a lot of people probably already know
Yeah.
from
Well,
from various other videos and
yeah, just not the full layout though. You know, just
little corners. That's all people need to see. You know. That's this thing like a makeshift office. Every wall is something different. Every wall is a different room.
That's actually true because like every single wall in this place is just like, man, what the fuck else do you got? This thing got like 7 different rooms in here.
But we are going to be talking about today whether college education really makes a difference. We're gonna break down all types of different like perspectives and angles.
Yeah, spoken from 2 niggas that don't have degrees.
Yeah, no, I don't have a degree. Yeah, we don't have degrees now.
I mean, I went to school, but I didn't want to finish the shit.
Yeah. So now obviously we've been taught and told that you go to school. It depends. I guess it's different for everybody from where they start at. Some people start pre-K. Some people go straight to kindergarten. I went straight to kindergarten.
I went straight to kindergarten.
Yeah.
They tried to put me in pre-K.
If I went to pre-K, I damn sure don't remember. I remember kindergarten. You know, you do the elementary school thing. I mean, some people might even start in daycare technically.
Yeah, I never had daycare.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
So you start elementary school, go to middle school or junior high as they call it, and then you go to high school, and then you have like trade school, community colleges, and
Trade schools, I think, are so much better than colleges, in my opinion.
yeah, I think for the right person, it would be super beneficial.
Yeah.
If you have something that you could really like learn and wouldn't mind doing for the rest of your days or for the foreseeable future, then that is a good route to go.
Yeah, that and intern level work too.
Okay.
Like those, you don't really. It depends on your situation. Sometimes you don't even need degrees for them, but you're gaining all the experience based on the level of like people that you're around.
Right. And that goes good for the resume.
It does.
So fast forward 2022, world's kind of different now. You know what I mean? Yeah, you still do need like for certain jobs, you do need like a college education and whatnot. But I feel like what's starting to happen is slowly, they're really moving like the requirements.
Yeah.
Because we see more and more, like, all the time, that they're letting in people who don't have said education.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it could be a you know, how the cliche that they say, it ain't what you know, it's who you know, that can play a part into it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I also feel like companies are starting to do things where it's like, if you can benefit them like in other ways as well, then they'll turn a blind eye if you have any, you know, deficiencies as far as like, oh, I didn't go to college. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They know you got like 1 million followers or something. You know what I mean? Like,
and if you do videos while you at work and shit, it's like, oh, you bringing revenue to the store.
Right. And I feel like because social media has taken over the way that it did, I feel like it really is just like, that's going to be a wave of the future.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right.
Like, to be honest, nowadays, like, we have what a lot of people have dubbed YouTube University.
I am a big person that calls it that.
Yeah, I'm an advocate.
Yeah.
Like YouTube University.
YouTube U.
Yeah. And Google, same. It's like, it's so much you can learn, like, from people who have the degrees. And you can take full-on courses for free.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't take that into consideration for real. It's like, well, you just need to have this piece of paper. But shit, I already know how to do that.
Right.
I learned it already. The only thing I don't have is a document. That's it.
Facts.
And I think the biggest issue I always had was that when we're dealing with people who have degrees versus people who have experience, I'd prefer personally someone with experience over a degree because they haven't been in the field.
Right.
In most cases, but some of them actually have been in the field. But I'd prefer someone who has the experience, like somebody who has 15 years experience versus someone who has a 4-year degree. I'm definitely going to go and consider somebody who has that 15 years experience versus someone who just has a piece of paper.
Yeah. I guess it depends on the perspective. I feel like, and this is just me, I feel like when corporations do see that you got a degree, because even they even hire like people that got a degree, even though it's not in their field of business.
Yeah.
But with a degree, I kind of feel like what it really symbolizes is that you're teachable for a long period of time.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, I believe that wholeheartedly, to be honest.
Yeah, like, okay, well, you went to school for 4 years, you did everything your professor said, you know, all these assignments, these tedious assignments,
Mm-hmm.
you know, altered your life, you know, that was your life for a set amount of years.
Yeah.
We can bring you on. All you have to do is transition from that to this.
Mm-hmm.
And I really feel like that's what like a degree symbolizes.
Yeah, I believe that more often than not. And but not unless it's like in something that has a glaring need for degree, which I would say like a doctor or a lawyer or some shit like that.
Of course, yeah.
So those professions are understandable.
Yeah.
But if you're just talking about someone who's like, oh, you're an engineer, you're just a regular mechanic or some shit like that, you just do want to fix cars all day, or even if you're a culinary artist, like just
I feel like
with food, you don't even need it. You don't need a degree.
We all cook.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't saying everybody good.
Yeah, but definitely.
But we all have experience.
Yeah. And then same thing with like performing arts and shit. There's people who can act better than half the niggas in Hollywood that's on the streets right now. They don't have to go to a performing arts class for it.
Right.
Like, there's niggas on TikTok that have better highlight reels than majority of your favorite celebrities.
Facts.
Like, I don't understand. But well, technically, I ain't gonna say I don't understand. I know exactly the reason as to why they do it.
Right.
But it's just like it's a very unfortunate circumstance we have found ourselves in because like we've allowed a piece of paper to be so dominant over a field in general, which is it's hard to just wrap your mind around as to why we gave this small piece of paper so much power. Same thing we do with money. It's just like you just look at it. It really holds almost no value, but at the same time, we give it the value.
Right. which is pretty much the thing about life is nothing is nothing until we make it something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's literally with everything. Like, even though we harp on like things people can say to us and people can do to us, like people can't hurt you unless you give value to what they're doing. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm working through myself right now. You know what I mean? Like, obviously stuff like that, but you do have to take time to keep yourself up on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, we definitely, as far as like the whole college thing, let that get away from what it's really supposed to be for. And that's supposed to be like hands-on getting experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For whatever your major is or whatever your minor is or whatever you plan on doing. Because like, that piggyback on what you were saying, as far as like the acting goes, like you can go in another direction and you can say broadcasting.
Yeah.
Like what we doing right now, this is like broadcasting.
Yeah, it's a way for people to just be able to hear your voice and shit. Like certain things like this. Like you've been doing this for God knows how long.
Yeah, and it's like you don't need I feel like you shouldn't need a degree to be on the radio.
Yeah. Cause I remember you telling me the story about when you went to the radio station.
Yeah, and I'm like, I had met a friend at the street meet, and we became cool. And it turns out she worked at XM Radio, and it was downtown DC or uptown DC. I don't, Northwest DC.
Nigga, it's just DC.
Yeah.
just say DC.
DC, Northwest DC, and it's like right off New York Avenue, right there. Remember, recently they made a big fuss about like a McDonald's, not a McDonald's, a Wendy's, like in the intersection had got bought.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's right across the street from that.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So, she knew that like I told her about me doing podcasts and stuff like that, and that's how I found out that she worked down there. She's like, "Hey man, come down here for a visit and stuff like that." And I'm like, cool. And I'm super excited because one, I like her, and and two, the girl that I like is inviting me to like a dream job of mine. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm like the whole time I'm on my way down there, I'm just super like excited. Like I'm like, man, I want a radio station.
Nigga walking on this tippy toe.
Yeah, yeah. I get to the joint, I'm sitting down there. I text her, let her know I'm here. She come down and she get me. And while we was talking in the lobby, her boss had like walked around the corner. And it was an older white dude. I mean, on the radio station, on their own executive of a radio station, so it ain't too many black people doing that. So older white dude, and I'm thinking like, all right, well, I'm gonna be cordial and professional because I don't want her to look like no certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if I can really. I ain't really trying to talk to him too much. You know what I mean? But then it turns out he like real laid back, super cool, and you can feel like the genuine vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so then the conversation was, so what you here? What you just stopping by to visit? He's like, and then she was like, oh well, I'm about to help Witchcom on the show. I was just gonna let him sit in, for a little while and see. And he's like, oh, what you interested in broadcasting this and that? And I was like, yeah, I do a little podcast or something, but it ain't this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that shit is like
I ain't
really
even,
elaborate.
Yeah, I ain't even want to say it for real. Cause I'm like,
because at this point it sounds like you downplaying.
Yeah, like Yeah, I sit in the basement with a microphone and talk. Yeah, like
Y'all niggas sit in the studio and
like-
actually got some high quality shit up there.
I just walked in a building with it's literally like 60 satellites on the roof. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to tell him like, I mean, not do a podcast. You know, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, shit, nigga, we don't even see satellites on these houses.
Yeah, and that they're facts. Not too many because niggas ain't fooling with DirecTV.
Nah,
the
definitely
dish.
not. Yeah,
Because we be hurting right now, all this bad weather.
No bullshit.
So he was like, yeah, was you in the broadcast and stuff like that? And I was like, being on the radio, that's like always been like one of my dreams that at least that I've developed later on in life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh yeah, it's like you just it's like it bring you on, how you sit in a couple of shows, and he's like, you went to college? I was like, nah. He was like, I can't bend the rules like that. I know we could, you know what I'm saying?
Probably could.
Yeah, and I felt like under different circumstances, because what I've learned since then is like when you when you talk business with a lot of business people, you got to be aggressive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I was so laid back, and I let him get away with saying like, I can't bend the rules like that. Like if I would have been like, nah, but you know what I'm saying? This one time, you know what I'm saying? Let me slide in my own, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah, he's like, get you some experience, And he's like, come back a year or so from now, and you never know what could happen. So I'm like, dang, I'm really gonna go to school for broadcasting. Fuck, huh? Yeah, then that's what it came down to. Even to this day, like I think I've been looking around for like not school, but at least like certificates that I can get.
Yeah, it's just like you just want any type of paperwork to show them.
And it's sad because I feel like I like people would tell me all the time, like I got a couple bros, people that I don't know that's close to me, like when they listen to our podcast, like, yo, y'all got really nice voices, you know what I'm saying? I could hear y'all on the radio. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's endearing when you hear people really appreciate the shit that you do.
Right.
And then the compliment that you can get when someone will actually compliment your voice and also compliment like your entire body of work.
Right.
It's amazing.
It's dope.
But if you hear that from just a regular Joe Schmo, it's sort of like, well, yeah, that's a great feeling. But then if you was to hear that from like you said, one of the executives and some shit like that,
right?
It's like, damn. Okay, hold up, we got some here.
Yeah.
But it's sad that we have to go to that length and shit to feel like somewhat appreciated.
Yeah, just it's fake validation.
Yeah.
And at least for me, I know that I pretty much worked on this, now. But for me, it would be like I'm pretty even when it comes to that type of stuff. I'm pretty even killed anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like you saying something, and then the president could tell me the exact same statement. It's not going to mean more coming from him just because he's the president.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just that he got like the resources.
Exactly. That's the reason why.
All right. So people got to put on the front.
Mm-hmm.
Like it means more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's like, we got the chance to make this happen. Because that's why you see like a lot of things, like a lot of people start off doing something and then they just magically like break up.
Yeah.
Because this stuff was never really genuine. People just saw an opportunity like, I could try like get on for a little while, then go my own separate way.
Yep. They hit you with, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Yeah, yeah. And that's another thing, especially in our community, where it's like, and we just had a whole conversation about 1A, 1B.
Yeah, before the podcast.
Yeah. So it's like people won't even settle for that.
Nah.
Like it ain't
Niggas, they just want to be number one.
right. Like it ain't no. Like I've been a part of a group where I felt like it was a 1A, a 1B, a 1C, a 1D, and a 1E. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess certain niggas just got experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had this conversation a long time ago. I was like, bro, I'm cool having other alpha dogs around. I would like to wake up sometimes and be like, oh, I know such and such taking care of this. Cool.
Yeah.
Or such and such out handling this business deal. I could be chilling working on some type of craft or something.
Yeah, because when you dealing with multiple people that want to get shit done, that makes so much of a difference because you're not worrying if someone else is going to be lagging behind.
Right.
And I tell you, I've been on the receiving end of that. Like, you do not want to be the one who's doing majority of the work while the others just sit back and do nothing.
Or the bare minimum.
Yeah, I was technically like that in school. I didn't want to do shit.
Yeah,
because I didn't care about school. That was my thing.
I've freelanced through a few group projects. Put my name on it.
Yeah,
I think we all been there.
Bro, especially if it was like in a group you really ain't want to be in for real.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, I'll put in my 2 cents here and all that shit. Maybe eventually.
Or it's just a project that, come on, I'm not trying to do this. Because if it's something I love, I could shoulder a project.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, go ahead, do your thing. All right, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all fucking it up anyway.
Exactly. I got my vision. Y'all niggas stay over there. We about to get this A.
Yeah, something like that. Cause I've been a part of a couple group projects like that too. Man, I remember. I think I was in like the 11th grade, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had Miss Audie.
Big body Audie.
Big body Audie, yeah. And I love Miss Audie too. We friends on Facebook now and everything. We had to do like a little project. We had to pair up with like one other person or whatever. And I think the assignment, it was something like you had to call the other person. You basically had to interview the other person. And then you had to like make some highlights from their life, describe what kind of person they was. It was like just a fake little camaraderie type of project. You know what I'm saying? And so when she was like, you know, everybody can go ahead and pick your little partner or whatever. You know, everybody flocked to like their friends and all that.
Bruh.
So she was like, once everybody was sitting next to who they partnered up with, she was like,
she switched all over.
She was like, nah, y'all know I'm not about to do this. Everybody you already know your best friend. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in the joint like, oh, this is easy money. You know, I ain't even got to call a nigga. Like I know the highlights. I know, you know what I'm saying? What kind of person he is. Like, so she was like, everybody go back to their original seats, and then she went like down the road, and the first 2 names, y'all partners. Second 2 names, y'all partners. And so I got paired up with her name and it's
Aaron Bauer.
Yeah, and it's funny because Earn was like 4.0, right?
Oh, nigga.
And I'm like, I'm class clown, basically.
Oh, shit.
So
polar opposite.
So when she called, you know, hers is Bauer and I'm Blackman, so we got paired up together or whatever. So it was like, once she was like, all right, Aaron Bauer, Avery Blackman. Aaron was like, I'm not working with So me, you know, the dudes sitting like around me, we all started like laughing and stuff like that. And I was like, and I'm like, I said, why you don't want to work with me? This is gonna be an easy A, you know. She was like, Miss Audie, I beg you, please.
Damn.
Can I but people wasn't
trying to avoid you like the plague, nigga.
Like I had an F or something, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, we all got good grades here, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I was a jokester, you know, that this was the time where like people ain't understand like just because you was a jokester didn't mean you had bad grades. You know what I mean?
True.
And we joked, but we still did our work. So it's like, she's like, I beg of you, can I get anybody else? Like, skip his name and whoever the next name is, I'll take or whatever. So I was like, damn, what'd I do to you? Did I kill somebody in your family or something? Or what? And she was like, you joke around way too much, because she like super serious and whatnot.
Nigga, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So Miss Audie's like, nah, just somehow, some way get it done. He not as bad as you think. He just a knucklehead, you know what I'm saying? And so, we exchanged numbers, and we talked twice that week. We talked that Friday, and we talked again that Sunday to put the whole project together. And ever since then, we've been like great friends, you know what I'm saying? And oh yeah, this is way better than I thought it was gonna be. Like, damn, something calm down,
yeah. Bro. Like, she was one of those ones. Like, she had to warm up to you.
Yeah, I ain't know that. I seen was 4.0.
Yeah, I mean,
so when I heard the name,
I didn't know her that well, but at the same time, like, she get that personality that she gave off, like, it was very blatantly obvious.
Yeah, I heard that name. First thing I thought in my mind, I said, "Yep, A+." Yep,
right.
I'm getting A+. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she strives for excellence.
Yes. But she thought I was about to be on some you do the project type. I'm gonna just put my name on it. Like, nah, son, I can work, son. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this A together.
All right. What class was you said, Ms. Audie?
Yeah, that's English.
Yeah, English and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the project?
It was like I said, it's like some fake little camaraderie project, because we literally just like had to. She had like I think it was like 10 questions she wanted us to ask each other. And then from the 10 questions, we were supposed to make like some type of little, I forgot, highlight something where we supposed to not make up, but take some fake defining moments from the person's life, and as to why they became like one of the characteristics that we gave. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So it was technically like an interview.
That's what I said. Yeah, we had to interview each other. Yeah. So
like,
it
was like after hearing all of that, I kind of like forgot the whole project.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, that was tough. But
yeah, that sounds fire, but it's just like
good time.
Man, I don't think I would have been able to focus enough for it.
Think so?
Yeah, because when I was in school, I didn't care enough.
Oh, okay.
Like, I hated everything about school, which is odd because I'm, if you see me in person, very well spoken. I'm somewhat, if you want to call me educated, I am. So you would think that I would be like an A+ student, but no, I was horrible as a student. Like, I was struggling to get a 225.
Okay.
So I think like the situation that you were in with Aaron, I think that would have been more believable had it been me.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I was you as a knucklehead, niggas just assume you had like ease and stuff like that.
Yeah, know? I mean, I wouldn't even I would probably classify myself as somewhat like knuckleheadish. I mean, I was a jokester. I used to joke around quite a bit, but I was also somewhat to myself too. So,
oh yeah,
it was like somewhat of a hybrid.
Yeah, I wasn't a hybrid in high school. I was like social.
Yeah, I was like I was whatever moment I was a part of.
Yeah, I was super. Whatever class we in, this is my class. or even if I was being like sit down in class. All right, y'all, I'll be the entertainer for this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shit up. I would end up in classes with niggas like fucking like PJ or some shit, and it's like it's kind of difficult to sort of just stay in the whole lane of this my class and some shit. This nigga on the basketball team, everybody know this nigga name and shit. I mean,
oh no, but with niggas like that, it's like that's different. You know, because that would be like that would be like the equivalent of like being in class with like Demetrius or something. Yeah, he got it when it comes to that. But as far as like entertainment wise, this my shit.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't jump out into the truly into the entertainment bag until I got to I ain't. It wasn't even a grade. I had graduated after. By the time I really got into the whole entertainment bag.
Yeah. Okay. Not better late than never. You just like was entertaining when we were still there.
I mean, I was in a sense. Like I hadn't really like gotten to.
It's too many of us in the way. That's all it was.
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't that.
It
was not. No. Nah, nigga. It was.
once you be like, yeah, 30 niggas gone. I got to step up now.
even as a senior, I wasn't that. Like I mean, I was still. I was still funny. I still had my moments where it was just like, yeah, I'm cool. Everything is fine. I can joke around. I can laugh and all that other good shit. Crack some jokes. But at the same time, it was more like I'm still to myself.
Right.
And that my coming of age didn't happen until like maybe later on. Once I think like after like I turned like 19, 20, some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I started to joke around a little bit more, make fun of people and shit like that. And then I sort of like jumped out of my bag. Like, well, I'm not even say jumped out of my bag, but like sort of jumped out of my shell a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that was what I needed. Y'all got glimpses of what I was trying to be in senior year and all. Well, I mean, my junior year because y'all was seniors around that time.
Yeah.
Y'all got glimpses of that because I was around people who was somewhat like-minded.
Right. Good time.
Yeah, definitely good times. Yeah. Shit over in that corner, man. Every
jump.
morning.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Cross from the gym.
Yep, every morning.
Get off the bus. Let me stop at the bathroom. Make sure everything's straight right quick. Don't need nothing. Don't need no crooked nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. Yeah, because you right there by the ROTC Little Jones shit.
Yeah.
Top walk past. Colonel Turner walk past.
Or niggas is joining. Like, niggas, anything crooked, and they gonna see it. As soon as you cut the corner.
And
boy, that collar, you know.
Yeah. Hey, yo, niggas just stay trying to get on you because you always wear your jacket all year round and shit.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you know you hot as fuck out here. It'd be like July.
And the do-rags, and do-rags and Mike Jones. And, okay, y'all.
The niggas that call me Mike Watts in 9th grade.
Oh yeah, see, you got it too. Like I was doing my shit way before Mike Jones even came around, but for some reason it just don't matter. I guess you just show up with a do rag. Oh, Mike Jones! I'm like, come on, son. Oh, niggas. Nothing like this. I wear fitteds and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, call me one of them New York, call me Cameron or somebody. Why I can't get that?
Because you ain't have his size, his stature.
Yeah,
that was the thing.
Yeah, Mike
like
Jones, yeah.
You fit more to Mike Jones mold because you were stocky and you also had the like somewhat of the same facial structure.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a dime. That's top of the line.
Yeah, or walking down the hall and niggas start 281 330. That was before we get back on subject. That was like my favorite type of joining though. Like the random, you think you walking down the hall by yourself or something, and then somebody just come out of nowhere. Like, I think I was like in the 12th grade, and I never forget because I know, like you said, we used to meet up at that little same spot every morning, and I got off the bus, and you know how you got to walk past like. It's that little small hallway that lead to like the classroom where like Miss Soppy used to teach at.
Yeah.
And then you just keep going, and it's like the vending machines on the left.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I glanced to the vending machines, and I ain't see nobody and shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then I see niggas like standing right at the little spot. So I'm like, all right, cool, niggas here. Boom, it's about to be. I got like halfway to like where niggas were standing at, and all I heard was, "Oh God!" And I look up, and it's Kenny and shit, and I'm like, yo, niggas just won't take a day off. Like,
nope.
Yeah. Oh God. Like, damn, like you just. And then it'd be the worst because when you get caught off guard, you don't got the Jones ready. You know what I'm saying?
You don't. That's why you gotta keep that shit ready like you're a goddamn Western in a Western film, nigga.
Facts. Yeah, good analogy. Man, oh shit, this nigga about to get me. I ain't even thought about nothing for this.
Quick
nigga.
draw McGraw. I play. Hey yo, cause like I know we went over this once before, bruh, but. When you in high school around here, you got to be like Clint Eastwood with your shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
24/7.
exactly. So you gotta wake up in the morning expecting a nigga to fire you up or try.
Like as soon as you step out the house, like that's when the switch should flip on.
Mm-hmm.
God gotta be up. All right, as soon as I get to the bus stop, I don't know if niggas might feel a certain type of way today. You know, niggas riding past on other buses. You know what I'm saying? Boy!
Yeah. And that be the worst. The niggas that say some shit and they driving home. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah, take the L.
Yeah.
Take the L and shit.
So, and this, don't let it be dressed down day. Now they giving niggas ammo.
Yeah. Spirit Week.
And then
End of the year.
niggas couldn't really say nothing for Bama Day because that's what niggas was trying to do for Bama Day.
Still would get fired up. We still fire niggas up now. I'm supposed to be just like this. Yeah, you should have thought about it. You should have thought about it. It's part of the package.
I was like, they knew what the fuck was going to happen and shit. It was like, all right, fuck it. Nah, bro. I didn't really participate in Bama Day because I knew for a fact that nigga would try some shit like that.
Yeah, I ain't do Bama Day.
Like, even though I was like, all right, it's just Bama Day, deep down in my mind and shit, I knew niggas was going to try that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because like you said, niggas stay on one every single second of the day when they, like, from the time they wake up to the time they go to sleep, they prepared to fire nigga up.
Like, bro, y'all niggas don't have bad days. Y'all niggas don't feel like,
Nothing.
y'all not have days where y'all just don't feel like talking. Like,
So niggas be depressed, full on, like, almost to the brink of destruction type depressed.
crying.
And
And try to fight. Still try. Boy, them joints. I'm about to buy you up, Slim.
no bullshit,
Right.
bro. Tears still in his eyes and shit.
Wiping his tears. Boy, them joints tatties. Them joints fake as shit, boy. That nigga leaning on them joints. That nigga doing a layup.
Yo, it was like somewhat of an iconic joke and shit. Like, you got on the Gordons, them ain't the Jordans.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Slim.
Yeah.
Like, even the generic shit, like it still hit regardless of who said it.
Yeah. I think like a lot. I think like a lot of the Jones really hit because we just was together just trying to have a good time,
Mm-hmm.
and that was just niggas having fun and shit.
Yeah, like the ones that didn't take it too seriously normally ended up in a situation where it just didn't bother them whether they whether they was losing or not. But even though they wanted to keep that reputation, like if they got fired up, they ain't gonna leave that shit down,
right?
Regardless of who the fuck it is, bro.
Facts.
If you spawn with a nigga that you know is like a top tier nigga, all right, then let it slide. But if you a lower tier nigga, it's no. That's a dent in your reputation.
Yeah, risky with niggas too.
Yeah, cause it be niggas that don't even really be saying nothing and shit that really got jokes for real.
Or because of who it is and because of who you are, a lot of people just want to see you lose and shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas used to
hyping my man up and shit. He said the most generic shit. Man, still saying your mama jokes from like 1967 and some shit like that. Niggas still playing a dozen.
Fire this nigga up,
yeah.
Come on, y'all.
Like, nigga, that shit wasn't even funny. And then that just make you not even want Joe no more.
Yeah.
It's like, y'all niggas just want the nigga to win.
And then you lose because you done quit. Now you done quit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, it's like, man, I ain't fucking with y'all no more. You can't even go in that classroom no more.
Y'all niggas bias this shit out this job.
Yeah, no bullshit, bro. It's like battle rap.
Yeah, it's exactly what it's like.
Like certain crowds and shit you don't fuck with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why some of the best sessions and shit happen during the lunch periods and shit, because you almost got an unbiased crowd.
Yeah. And even if some people are biased, it's just too many people for everybody to be biased.
Yeah, like not everybody gonna be on the same page.
Yeah, and this happened at battle rap too. Is that niggas, even if niggas is super biased, especially with jokes, you can't deny funny.
Absolutely not.
Your body can't deny funny.
It's even niggas that's firing you up. If you you can laugh at the shit that they say if they say it the right way.
Right.
I don't give a damn what it is.
And then just like a battle rap, you see niggas like niggas Jonin. Somebody hit like a haymaker and shit. Both of y'all get to laughing and shit. Dap, quick little dap up and shit. Yeah, that was all right.
Woo! Like one of them jokes, bro. Hey yo, as soon as you see shit like that, you just like, all right, yeah, that nigga, he hit one.
Yeah.
He hit one.
Yeah.
Like you gotta show up now. You definitely gotta show up now.
Yeah.
So, like shit like that was common.
Yeah.
And for the fact is, like, you gotta do that shit on the fly. There's no getting around the fact that you have to be on the edge at every point in time of the day. Like there's
every class, no matter what. You never knew who was gonna come to school that day, and niggas ain't never said a Jonah a day in their life, but
nope.
All of a sudden, one of the tried.
Yep, no bullshit, bro. And it be wild sometimes when the ones that don't really say nothing will initiate sometimes, which throws me off.
That I kind of feel like people just wanted to. They just wanted to experience. Like they probably was having a bad day.
Yeah,
I know something make me laugh. They know they gonna get fired up. It be the like the type of people where you got to like double checking out. Like, bro, you sure you want to do this, bro? You know,
yeah.
I'm like, you sure you just said what you just said? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you still got time to take it back,
right? I'll let you slide, bro. But if you sure, then hey, it is what it is,
man. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, certain ones and shit, like they just got it coming to them.
That's true too.
Cause it's one thing to try somebody, but it's another thing to expect yourself to win, and then you get arrogant.
Oh yeah.
Like if a person hit like one haymaker, then all of a sudden they think they the shit, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh nah, I wasn't really that good. I should have stopped when I was ahead and shit. Nah, bro, it's too late now.
Yeah, once you land a haymaker, you gotta try like in the event. So that way, because it's crazy how Jonah and battle rap is so close. Because a nigga could be getting beat on in a battle, but if he say like some shit that make the room go crazy, that Jonah go from being like 3-0 to debatable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah,
definitely
like,
debatable.
Yeah, like just that fast though. So it's like that's why you get ahead. You gotta hurry up. All right, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go to class. Nah, boy, I'm gonna. You know, they can follow you to class trying to buy you up.
Well, no, boy. Those are niggas that can't take a loss. Yeah. It's like they gonna keep going the rest of the day till you get annoyed and quit.
Yeah. But to spin it back. All right, so look. This is how we gonna segue back to the college, right? if you think all of us would have went to college, you think college would have been the same way? I don't think it would have been the same way.
Nah, it wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think niggas would be like super Joni in college. I don't know. It depends on where we went though.
Well, yeah, that too. Because if we go to like PG Community College, some shit like that,
or Howard University, or
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
If you're in an atmosphere that is friendly to it,
right,
then sure, I believe that it would be possible. However, if we're in an atmosphere where it's like predominantly people who don't really like follow the same like mindset. So if you were going to a predominantly white school or some shit like that,
get hung.
Hey yo, chill. This nigga said, "Hey yo, chill the fuck out." Nigga, Black History, but right around the corner. Fuck around.
Well, by the time we drop this, it'll be here. Happy Black History Month.
Did you have to say it like that?
Yeah.
Happy Black History Month.
Black History Month. 28 days. Or is this a leap year? This ain't a leap year, is it?
I don't know, nigga. I don't keep up with the days.
Yeah.
Nigga,
I need to look up, like, how do you... who was making the calendar? I was like, every 4 years, February gets an extra day. And I ain't trying to hear nothing about the sun either. But I know that's what people are going to say.
Oh,
sun and stars and all
that. I don't know, bro. That shit it's weird.
Yeah. And how do we not add days in for, like, all this daylight saving time we've been on? We've been saving daylight and all this type of stuff. How we don't add extra days in for that?
Yeah, what the fuck we saving that for?
Yeah. Well, we knew the sun would explode, so luckily we saved 1 million years worth of daylight. Never fear.
We frugal with the daylight.
saved a lot of daylight.
Hey, yo, chill,
All
bro.
them times I was complaining about it getting dark early, but you're happy now, aren't you?
You still get to live, you son of a bitch.
Nah, that's the only thing I can think of. And shit, I have no idea.
Yeah,
We're gonna save daylight. Now, how do you get the sun to comply?
I don't. Maybe it's just it was automatically doing that, but the thing is, like nowadays,
Gotta give an excuse.
yeah, definitely give it an excuse.
Give it a
Was
reason
to
and
build
shit.
something around it? It's like the equivalent of having a good player in football. Like you're not building a team around the guy. I mean, you're building a team around the guy. You're not necessarily building a team just because you're
Right.
building around this nigga.
Right.
Like this is your focal point.
I mean, why not just keep it real? Like if we, because the thing is, you can't lie about it in Alaska.
The thing is, niggas just scared to say they don't know. That's the thing. Like people are so scared to say they don't know.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm like, you can't. Alaska, they lose sunlight for like 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Let me guess. That's the daylight saving premium. Like,
hey yo,
yeah, we're gonna hold on to this for 6 months. You know, like. I don't think I can even live nowhere where the sun.
These niggas just
months.
cheap.
Yeah.
Bull.
If you can't afford sunlight, going forward, you'll have it for 6 months, and that's it. If you want more, pay for it.
Hey, hey, we got DLC sunlight.
Sunlight, though.
Hey yo, that's some wild ass shit.
They was like during the wintertime, don't be getting dark at like 1 o'clock and all that. Like,
Hey, how do you even go to school?
1 p.m. You at lunch? It's getting dark.
Damn, I couldn't even finish my sandwiches, dog, outside.
No bull.
So these niggas gotta start going to school in the middle of the night and shit, be like 4 in the morning and shit.
Still be dark, all right. Some probably just come up, show face. All right, y'all. You know?
Be like SpongeBob. All right, I'm gonna head out.
But back to the educational thing. You know, we tend to get off topic
a lot.
Yeah, but it's all good. That's what we here for.
Yeah, bro. Like you said, ADHD podcast in full effect.
Yeah. So I really just felt like the whole degree for like broadcasting and stuff, we really don't need it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
nigga, we've been doing this shit since 2020.
Right.
Well, you've been doing it longer, but this whole podcast, this BDN shit been going on since 2020.
Right. And I'm like, and then on the radio, it's like you got like breaks that we don't even get. Like, we don't get commercials, or we not playing songs. 18 jams in a row, or whatever the WPGCO don't was, you know what I'm saying?
5.5.
Yeah, like you know how sweet I be on the radio. Like I just talk for like 10 minutes and then play 18 songs in a row.
Yeah, like this is consistent. We talking for hour and a half about topics, and then
we got podcasts that's like 4 hours long.
Yeah, that we ended up having to break apart.
Right, but it was recorded in one. And one clip, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and there was days where we recorded like 4 or 5 things in a day.
Right. And it's like that be like the radio shows. That be they shifts. Oh yeah, 4 to 8. But they got commercials, they got songs. The thing where they talk about a topic, have people calling in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like they have to be honest, it's a lot of filler.
Right.
So we technically don't get that opportunity.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's only 2 of us, majority of the time, and sometimes 3 with Mark, like, and be able to come up with significant amounts of dialogue,
right,
on a consistent basis.
Radio stations be like West Pod. I know West Pod got like 5-6 people in this little joint.
You get so many different perspectives.
Yeah, but you know how easy like a 4-hour show would be if we had 6 people.
Man, we can run that shit up. We could run that shit up. No bull.
Yeah, like oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
but yeah, I really feel like we're just in a time right now where it's so many ways to make, like, not just money, but there's so many ways to make like generational wealth.
Yeah.
people got the YouTubes, like you said, university, and the stuff just happens like so quick.
Yeah.
Like you'll make a video and you'll wake up tomorrow, damn, million views.
Yeah, now people are following you and shit. You got a chance to make money on your own.
Yeah, do different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What's today? Today's Sunday, and we talked about this last time we was over here. The Quinna B chick, Quinna Brunson.
I don't even remember that.
She went viral a long time ago, and it's funny because I just used the GIF on Facebook earlier this morning too. She went viral on Instagram probably like not Instagram but Facebook probably like I want to say 5-6 years ago, and it was a video clip of her like standing next to the dude in the movie theater, and the dude kept ordering stuff off the menu. The cliche is like everything in the movies be super expensive, so he was like ordering candy, and then she had like looked up at him, and then he ordered like a popcorn. And then she had like a little look on her face. And then he ordered like a little pizza or whatever. And she was like,
Oh, I think I know you talking
yeah,
about.
and then he was like, yeah, let me get the nachos and all that. And she was like, or whatever. Then he was like, and let me get a large soda. She was like, a large? He got money. You know what I'm saying? And she ended up going viral. So she got a show on ABC, on NBC. ABC, one of them. It's called Abbott Elementary.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's the star. She created it herself, first of all,
which is impressive.
Very impressive, and it's like it's kind of like a black version of The Office.
Okay.
Except for they work at a school and they got my boy in it. Yo, I love this nigga to death, bro. Tyler James Williams, the Everybody Hates Chris dude. Slim
Everybody hates Chris.
Slim is gold, bruh. Like, remember we was having a conversation and I was like, you see certain dudes on TV. Remember we talking about comedians having serious roles?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, soon as you see somebody, your mind is already fixing to laugh. As soon as I see him on the screen, bro, like I'm ready because I know I know it's foolery. I know he about to.
Yo, he was on The Walking Dead too. Which is funny.
Yeah,
honestly. But the thing is, he did a great job in it though.
Oh yeah, he's a great actor.
But they had a meme when he died though. It was like, everybody ate Chris. I was like, yo, wow.
Yeah, and that's Everybody Hates Chris is one of my favorite shows. Shout out to Chris Rock for that.
Man,
that was Chris Rock is an excellent comedian, but that was just something else. Like,
I don't know. Like it's something about certain people they give off the funny vibe.
Yeah,
and Chris Rock was one of those people. But I mean, he's sort of like revamping himself into somewhat of like a motivational speaker.
As he should. I feel like at a certain age, you need to give back somehow, some way. It doesn't have to be money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing it for years, but it's like nowadays it's just more. He just broadened his horizon.
Because it's less comedy.
Yeah,
like it's. I can speak motivational, but because I do a lot of comedy, people are going to take in that because I do that more. But as I'm creating a balance for myself, now I see it starting to even out.
Yeah,
because you're not getting like.
I remember when you were still struggling with that,
right? But now it's a common medium, and I think people finally have like accepted it. You know what I mean? Because like I'm just not gonna put out as much comedy.
Yeah, which is like neither have I. Like,
right.
I mean, but I was never really seen as just the goofier guy anyway.
And plus, from day one, your plan was never to just stick with the comedy anyway.
Yeah, that was true.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, yeah, I get it. We're funny. Thank you. Appreciate it. Love it. But I want y'all to see this.
Yeah, more to me than that.
Yeah. And it's just like people ignore. Okay, I'm just gonna drop less comedy.
Yeah,
y'all gonna get this shit one way or another. You know, I'm gonna get this serious.
Bombard the shit out of you, bro.
Yeah, like you could try to like ignore all you want. I know people need this free therapies, man.
Yeah.
And I can tell by the views. People won't comment directly on the status like on Facebook, but the views go up. And that's cool. I just want people to see it.
Yeah. The same thing that goes with the little transparency post that I be making.
Right.
And the funny thing is, like, I don't know if this was 100% true, but I've just been seeing it more often than not. I've been seeing people do more transparency posts.
That is true. And I forgot who did one the other night. And I said, damn, Mike got niggas out here. I said, wasn't nobody really doing transparency posts. And I seen Mike been like consistent with his. And now, but that's normally what happens. I forgot who it was. I said, damn. Soon as I ain't even read the post. I just seen at the top. Like, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
I said at the top, I said transparency post. And I said, damn, Mike got niggas out this joint. Copying this format, though. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm not going to even take credit for that. But what I really just wanted to do, I wanted people to, like, have more of an idea of wanting to, like, be more, like, open with themselves as well as with others.
Mm-hmm.
And I always I appreciate people more when they're open as to when they're just closed off and choose not to say anything, because I used to be the same way. And then I had to realize there's a reason why people don't want to talk to you.
Right.
Because you don't want to say shit.
Right.
So doing that made me want to just, like, I actually learn more about myself, and I feel better once I do transparency posts, once I finish writing them, because I get a chance to, like, at least release certain things that people don't know about me, but I also get a chance to dig within myself in order to actually understand more about myself. But the initial concept of it, I just wanted people to just not necessarily just emulate, but I just wanted them to feel the same type of feeling that I feel when I do it. But even if it's not directly related to, like, them doing it because they saw some shit that I did. But I just wanted them to just do it in general. Just make it a norm to be open.
But you have to be genuine too, though.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not really being genuine. Like, I get what you're saying, but come on now. Like, that's just too big of a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. And it's like, it's kind of hard to explain without coming off as just like trying to chalk it up to like, damn, niggas is just riding, you know, niggas is sucking you off right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's
I try not to look at it that way.
I know, but it's like, I'm like, bruh, nigga been doing this shit for so long, and now somebody could read it and be like, yeah, you know what, everything that you just said is true. I need to be more transparent with myself, but there's other ways to do it, like, instead of just literally, like, at least change it up or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least, like, I'm like the only thing that's different is like the story.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then you never know, I might fuck around and somebody might accidentally copy and paste that one time. You know what I'm saying?
Like, the funny thing is, I think I know the person you're talking about who did it.
I can't remember who it is.
Because it said on the top, it said transparency post. And I thought to myself, as soon as I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, I do that.
Yeah. It's a few people, though. Like, it ain't just one. It's like a couple people.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I know that I'm not the originator of it, though. That's what makes it so easy for me to just...
that technically, it's a lot of stuff we don't originate. But the thing is, like... And I forgot what podcast we was doing. But it was a few podcasts ago, and I don't know if it was the New Year's joint or it was around the New Year's time though. And remember, I was saying, like, I was like, you know, I didn't make up, like, to piggyback on what you're saying, I didn't make up doing TikToks.
No,
but grown men doing TikToks wasn't looked upon around here as something that they should do.
Yeah.
Whereas though, fast forward now, almost every nigga around here does TikToks.
Yeah. Which is it's a good thing to somewhat broaden your horizon a little.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I looked at it a certain way when it first came out, but nowadays it's more along the lines of just like you do it, you do it, you don't, you don't.
Right. But that's what I was saying from day one. Or people inquiring like, damn, bro, you like, damn, you be getting paid off that, this and that. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like you just expand your horizon. Like you not like what I said earlier. I'm like, bro, niggas is like basically giving away money. You just got to go out and get it.
Yeah. Just living in a box. It's like,
yeah. It's like, man, oh.
It's difficult for like certain people, like once they get stuck in their ways for like their belief system, they it's sort of like difficult for them to like branch out and accept something different. But once they see that it's profitable and they see someone else succeeding at it, that's sometimes.
Or a nigga just making it look cool.
Yeah, and
that should be looking cool.
And sometimes that's all it takes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the same way you see how my transparency posts were, and same thing you see how your TikToks were. Like,
yeah,
it's just you just have to see someone doing something that in a positive light. It's not like, oh, they're bragging about, oh shit, I got this, I got that, you ain't got shit and all that. Like they don't come off as arrogant.
Yeah, that's true too.
And they don't like sort of deter you away from it because they're technically just saying you can never do it.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like, it's all about the approach, and you took the approach of someone who really just wants the best for everybody.
Yeah, and I'm having fun.
Yeah,
like Slim. y'all say niggas ain't supposed to be on here. Then why in the world is all these supermodels on here just waiting to work with you, waiting to do the little duets, the little side by side video?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, bro, like, okay, y'all don't want to be on here, fine. I'm like, and they friendly, like they like what? Y'all tripping? What? Y'all don't get up on here. Y'all don't get on here.
It's it be like that sometimes and shit.
Yeah.
And I keep like joking around, be like, man, I probably create a TikTok one every, like, I think maybe a while down the road or some shit like that. Cause I'm still straddling the fence on this shit.
It would be beneficial.
The thing is, I don't do shit for it. That's the thing. I don't
short films. Because TikTok. Now you got to think. We had this conversation a long time ago.
We had.
So TikTok has evolved
since then. It's like
it's
like Vine at one point.
Yeah. Back then,
them niggas was coach.
10, 15 seconds. Now, you can upload 3-minute videos on TikTok. You know, the only thing that
shit, the 4 of a kind page, just jump on that shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we could. The only thing, that's the only thing. Like I just be like on the fence about like making another account. You know what I mean?
You talking about the 4 of a kind shit?
I mean for a TikTok, yeah. Because I'm like, damn, that's another grind that we starting up. And now if everybody, if we was to like recruit a couple of more like official people and everybody would take turns trying to help build it up, then I would be all for it. Like if Mark was to help try to, the problem comes in, transparency statement. The problem comes in is because, let's take like the first rendition, right? When it was me, you, Sonny, and Eli.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Eli. And
definitely shout out.
It was like everything started off kind of even, but then it became a situation where it's just like, okay, such and such not really on social media right now, which is cool. and then somebody else would drift off social media. Like let's take Mark like for example. Mark doesn't really do social media.
Mhm.
So while we're trying to build up a social media, that's one less person to help out. So that's putting the burden on. First and foremost, it's going to be us two, and we already shouldering a lot of other stuff.
Quite obviously.
Right. So it's like another thing on top of that. I'm just like, yo, if nobody's really going to help out, then like that's why I'm kind of like, yeah, I like hold off on it.
Yeah, understandable. I probably, like I said, TikTok is more along the lines of just, yeah, I'll do it eventually, but
I think it'd be
as of right now, it's just like
beneficial.
I got other shit to do, man. I already told you all the shit that I got planned out.
But TikTok, that's like you said, it's like mine though. That's quick. It's quick hitters. I could. If I'm up for it, I can get on TikTok. I can make like 7-8 TikToks in probably like an hour. I ain't gotta get on TikTok till I ain't been on TikTok in like almost 3 weeks now. You can make 7 or 8 little quick jumps, and you can upload them every other day or every other 2 days, whatever you want to do. But me, I take like more of the, because then you're gonna have to get on TikTok and upload the video, all that hashtags. I upload all 7 to 8 at one time on TikTok and then spread them out on Instagram. I mean, I just feel like it'll be beneficial to you with the short films.
Yeah, you've been telling me this for a long time. It's like, but you know, I'm somewhat stubborn in certain aspects.
Yeah, like the Squidward looking out the window.
Yeah,
that's SpongeBob and Patrick.
Yeah, bro. It like I said, I have a whole lot that I'm working on now. It's just like, I write.
Could put the poems up there.
Nigga, do you know how difficult that would be?
It wouldn't. Like you could put the tracks like put up from the album. You could put that up there. All the other albums that you already did.
Nigga, that's hey yo. I still remember like you told me like your favorite little jump from the first album.
Yeah,
was,
the blues.
My body right on the blues.
On the blues, yeah. Oh, it's on that classic right here.
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorites.
Yeah,
and
put them Jones up there. Like I'm telling you, bro. All it takes is because TikTok algorithms on TikTok they are different than they is on other social media.
Yeah,
like you'll fuck around and have 5 followers and can still get like 1,000 views or something like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
I've seen how well yours been turning out, which is deservedly so.
Appreciate that.
No problem, man. Always got to show the support where the opportunity arises and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do want to mention this because it's like another cool spot in my moment. Now, I haven't posted that on Instagram in a little while now.
Mm-hmm.
I like to take my little breaks and all that.
Yeah.
So, the last video I think I posted, one of the last videos I posted, you remember the group Rough Ends?
No, I remember.
Yeah, so it's an R&B group called Rough Ends, and they came up around the time I want to say like 2000-ish. And they had like a hit song. They got a couple hit songs, but the biggest hit song, no more shopping sprees, no more VIP.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You remember that song? Yeah. So the 2 dudes that did that, one of them like one of my videos the other day.
I swear.
Yeah, and I was like, and when I seen the name, I was like, why would somebody call themselves like? I seen the first name, and that was such and such of Rough Ends. I was like, why would somebody put Rough Ends? Like who? First of all, they got to be old because who still know about them? You know what I'm saying? And then when I went to his page, I was like, oh, this Slim. I'm like, oh, this cuz. All right, cool. Like that's dope right there. Yeah. So that's
bro.
Yeah.
Like, shit, I be getting like likes and shit from people that be having like hundreds, thousands of followers and shit. I'm just like, bro. And all I be doing is be posting the little poems and shit. And what makes this shit like it's so rewarding because how much work that I actually put in for it.
Right. That and it does.
Like, to be honest, all of the stuff that I put up is 100% original. Not only is it original, it's all written within the span of a week or so. Like I everything that I put out for from Sunday, well not Sunday, from Monday through Saturday is all is one poem per day,
Mm-hmm.
but all of it's been written probably the week prior, or I write them in like bulk.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm putting in so much work on a consistent basis, and not only am I writing them, I'm taking the time out of my day to also like edit them onto like my Canva app, which I have grown to fucking love, bro. I edit them on like the little Canva app, and I create an entire like little background for the theme of the poem and stuff like that. I do all of that for 6 days worth of work, and I'm doing this every single week.
Right.
And I'm not. It's very rewarding. I have no problem with doing it either.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me a chance to expand the creativity, see how well I can do. What I'm actually like aiming for is like I'm gonna go 365 days with nothing but poems and shit, and then probably like take every last one of them and put them into like a book.
Oh, okay, that would be dope.
So since they're already set up with like pictures and all that other good stuff, then I can automatically just put them all together and then put them into a book.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
So yeah, 365 poems, like all of it being original, all of it coming from like none of it is like the same, and these are a lot of like creative pieces,
right?
And it gives me a chance to challenge myself, which is something I always like to do. I try my best to challenge myself on a daily basis. So I find like great reprieve in a lot of the things that I'm doing with the way I'm handling the page now. Because originally it was just me posting a whole bunch of random shit, but now I'm turning into an actual page specifically for poetry, and people are really taking to it like a lot.
Yeah, that's good. I can see the growth slowly but surely, and it's just consistency. That's what, trumps all.
Definitely.
Well, not all, but, trumps most.
It's a trump. Sorry.
Yeah, still, at the end of the day, the power and money will usurp all.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But the whole time, nigga, like we always end up just jumping off topic and shit. Always.
Yeah, well, I was telling a story that was going to spin back to the topic.
Okay, my fault. I ain't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no. I was like, you just,
I ain't mean to do it.
But nah, it is. I kind of feel like what that I was saying about the Queen B situation is like, she just one clip was all it took.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And now she's creating shows and starring in them technically, so she is the star of the show. And like that's Hollywood, ABC or NBC, one of them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel like it's just
looking niggas like Big Jaw.
Yeah, who don't even he is on the show on Netflix, but it's like just YouTube.
Yeah, like niggas making YouTube money and it's just
starting their own networks.
Exactly.
Like that's like I haven't seen Cornell in a little while now.
Like he do production like behind the scenes shit.
Right. But it's like
you seen this nigga set up now? I'm like, bruh. Like the camera he was able to buy with YouTube money.
Yeah. And it's like, yo, it really is other alternatives than like 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because of technology, I guess.
Yeah, like these niggas had people on payrolls, which is some shit that they want you to go to getting degrees for, right, in order for you to develop some shit to get people on payrolls.
Right.
People could technically start businesses without a business degree.
Oh yeah.
So
That kind of stuff just only comes into play when it's you want to go to the bank, get loans and stuff like that.
yeah,
Then the degrees come into play. But if you got your own money already,
yeah,
heck no, heck no.
yeah, like you can develop a business off of fame alone.
Oh yeah,
That's where the whole idea of like because remember the shit happened with the girl who got the fucking Gorilla Glue in her fucking hair, bro. Now she's selling hair care products.
yeah, and making buku money, you
Yeah.
know, and got a lot of money from that situation alone. So I mean, it's so many different ways,
Yeah, and then like I said before, bro, we putting so much stock into a piece of paper when a lot of the times we don't even need it for the said job they asking for.
Right.
Like, to be honest, certain people work best hands on. Like they learn better when it's hands on.
Yeah, I'm more like that. I'm kind of like a hybrid these last couple of years.
Yeah, like
Well,
if you,
I would take the hands-on training first, though.
yeah, definitely hands on training for me, because I trail off often. I mean, so much.
Okay.
Even in the middle of podcasts, like when I'm like, this is something that a lot of people don't know about me. When I do tend to talk consistently, I'll completely forget my original topic because of what I'm trying to convey later on.
Okay.
Which is the reason why I somewhat talk in circles. I'll talk in circles until I remember what it is that I was trying to like initially talk about.
Right.
But when I'm really in depth with something, then I can go on for days and then it'll be complete thought process, like nothing. Which is it's easier for me to write things down than it is for me to speak things out.
Okay.
Which is why I've never really been much of a motivational speaker.
Gotcha.
And this is, and like I said, like not too many people know that about me. Like
Right.
I will talk myself in circles just because I'm trying to remember what it is I was trying to say before.
Right.
Just so I can get back on topic.
Gotcha.
So if you guys have listened to this podcast for majority of the episodes, if you go back and listen, you can see that I sometimes talk myself in circles just so I can remember where I started off at. So that's something I had to learn about myself.
Okay.
But it comes with the territory, man. Like you start listening to yourself enough, eventually you learn some shit.
I guess.
What do you mean you guess? What do you mean you guess?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. That's what I'm saying. I guess.
Nigga trying to downplay my growth, man. You know
No,
what, man?
I ain't, I'm just
About to walk off this podcast, my nigga.
I'm not downplaying that. Like I like the growth. I'm just saying, different strokes for different folks, I guess. It's good though. It's cool.
I don't like you right now, dog.
I ain't do nothing, man.
I don't like you right now. We're going to have to finish the podcast. We're going to scrap afterwards, man.
But yeah, I just feel like I even feel like another 20, 30 years from now, like a lot of people, niggas ain't gonna be fucking with college at all, probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because the way college is set up, it's meant for you to fail.
Right.
In a way, it seems like it's meant for you to fail. They give you a whole bunch of classes that you're not really there for, just so you can get to the actual class that you were initially signed up for. That's the reason why I ended up giving up on school completely, because well, honestly, given the situation, I'm glad I gave up the shit because of the situation because of what I was actually going in for. It was for criminal justice.
Oh, okay.
So
that's dope.
No. Dealing with seeing how bad the shit is nowadays, I wouldn't want to be in that field. I hate insignificant like thought processes for people. Like people who think just because you have something of some semblance of power, just you automatically get a chance to do whatever the fuck you want to people.
Uh-huh.
I would not last in that field because I'm too outspoken, and I'm also very, very like stern when it comes to my beliefs.
Right.
and morals. Like, I don't care how I portray myself in a certain light when it comes to being right,
Right.
or like doing things that are quote unquote just.
Right.
So
Just.
I wouldn't have lasted in that field.
Okay.
And you see how they treat good cops or people who are with the system that prefers to benefit everybody instead of just a select few.
Right.
Yeah, I'm the type of person that if I find out you doing something wrong, I'm calling you out on it.
Right.
They don't like that. So I wouldn't have lasted. I probably would have ended up getting killed or some shit like that just because I'm too outspoken.
Probably.
But yeah, I went in for criminal justice.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing was, in order for me to get to that, I had to get an associate's in business first.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I ended up going through an entire 6-7 months worth of schoolwork where I'm learning nothing but the same shit I was learning in high school. It was like I hate math with a passion.
Okay.
Yet I have to know math in order for me to get to not even math. I have to learn like almost top tier level mathematics in order for me to get into criminal justice.
Right.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
That's another question in itself. I kind of feel like outside like you said earlier, scientists, doctors, accountants. Yeah, really just stuff like cops, firefighters. Well, I don't think you need to go to school for that stuff. But what you just said, the criminal justice thing,
Like even
unless when you be out there solving murders, you gotta have to solve for X or something.
Yeah. I don't know, but also the fact that I was going in for business, maybe that would have been the case. But you also have to go and do those same types of courses when you going in for like culinary arts and some shit like that. It doesn't matter. They're gonna keep giving you these same like the same curriculum that they've been given to other people, even though that's not your select field that you went in there for.
Right.
Which is why I believe that trade schools benefit people more because that's the hands-on training that you're going for that specific field that you wanted.
Right.
And not only that, with school they give you it costs so much.
Yeah, it does. If you're not on scholarship.
Man, one book like $3,000 that you're only gonna use for a single semester.
And that's all that money, and that's banking on you getting a high paying job.
Yeah.
And think 2022, midst of a pandemic, like corporations not really gonna be hiring.
Nope.
Like think about everybody that's in college now. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, and you about to graduate, you gonna have to pay some of this back. Like that's just like scary, and it force you to go get some stuff that you ain't. Oh damn, I got a bachelor's degree. Let me go apply to McDonald's.
And then you overqualified.
Yeah, or man, let me go work at Target, or let me go work at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
what the fuck did I get my degree for?
Right, and I just feel like it's just a lot of stuff that play into it.
So it's so many people that go to college and try and get a degree for shit, but don't end up doing anything in that field because all of the stuff is occupied. Yeah. Either that or they don't even want to do it anymore.
Or you just, another thing, you ain't got the experience.
Yeah, that too. like I need to get the job in order to get the experience. Now I need experience too.
Like I feel like if you get a degree in a certain field, a degree should equal at least 3 years of experience of said. You know, because like bro, like you said, if you get the associates in this, and then you gotta do the last 2 years in that, that should be counted as experience technically.
It should.
And then if you pass that, I feel like you should be awarded an extra year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I came up with the 3. But like it just makes no sense. Like it's set up strategically though, because then you got to go be an intern working for free or minimum wage. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
if it forces you to get into a field where you're going to be working for somebody else. They want you to work for somebody else.
Right.
They don't teach you all of that shit just so you can end up being your own boss.
Right.
They do that so that they can get you to become more quote unquote coachable
Right.
to benefit somebody else.
Right.
That's it.
Exactly what it is.
You can, like I said before, you can build a business on your own and not even have a business degree. But if
Right.
you have a business degree, it makes you more liable to get a business loan that you eventually have to pay back.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Yeah.
It's like, what's the point? There's literally no point in it. All you have to do is look the shit up on YouTube, look it up on Google. Like this nigga's doing like master classes and shit like that probably cost significantly less.
Right.
And I can only imagine how this shit is going, like you said, how it's going to look in like 30 plus years. With the rise of the pandemic and a whole bunch of the BS that's going on in the whole entire world as far as college is concerned, and how unfairly they treat their residents.
Right.
Not even just taking into consideration how they're treating just the students, but how they also treat the teachers as well.
Right.
Like they horrible work environments.
Yeah. And teachers are underrated.
Oh,
Underpaid.
incredibly.
Yeah.
There's no reason as to why that well, depending on the curriculum they're going up for that they get.
Right.
Because certain teachers, they prefer to, oh, here's the worksheet. That's it.
Oh yeah.
I hate those types of teachers.
Right.
But the ones that are really doing their job, trying to develop a curriculum and all that stuff, I've done that for a portion because I tried to teach my nephews, financial literacy and stuff like that. I've developed a curriculum before, and I know how difficult that can be, especially trying to create an engaging environment for the student.
Right.
And people who are doing that are like, they deserve so much more than they're getting.
Right.
And they're getting pennies to the dollar technically.
Right.
And that's unfair regardless of how you look at it, because they're teaching the next generation of people who are going to try and build something better for the rest of the world.
Right.
So
it's perfect. It's perfectly constructed. Like it's strategically constructed, like in a way that like it's a perfect storm of just messing up a lot of things to gain control over people.
Yeah, because they underpay the teachers to the point where they don't care about their job anymore.
Right. And then they're not really teaching, driving home the teaching fact.
Yeah.
Now, only certain people, of course you're going to have the honor roll people that can thrive in any environment.
Yeah.
We
had those.
Yeah.
We had those.
Yeah. And of course, we had a lot of those teachers. Yeah. And I'm quite sure it's more prevalent in college too, because it's like the professors have to teach so many people.
Yeah.
Classes can be up to 100 people or something, auditoriums, what I mean? So definitely probably the same thing. If you feel like he getting underpaid, like the worst thing you could do is have somebody in that kind of position feel like they underappreciated.
Yeah. Because even in some of our older podcasts, we mentioned how underappreciated we felt when we were working at our jobs. You can only imagine how you're doing at their jobs when they're putting all that work in behind the scenes with the whole grading, papers, and all that shit. Just developing, like I said, developing the curriculums, and then having to deal with the faculty alongside that.
Students.
Yeah, like tutoring and all that other shit, depending on if they do that or not.
Right.
And then they stay late. So they're missing out on family time if they have one.
Yeah.
Like personal lives. And these colleges, they're going on for a significant amount of time. Like the same amount of time you have for like a school year, that's the exact amount of time you're going to have for that entire year for the teacher.
Right.
And actually, sometimes with the professors and shit, like they'll be working after that. So there's no telling as to how underappreciated they can possibly feel. Like we can only speculate.
Right.
There's no telling how unappreciated they feel when it comes to like how much work they tend to put in.
Right.
And I commend the teachers that are really trying to do their thing. And I know a couple of them. I know a couple of them, and I appreciate them for what they do.
Yeah, I'm still friends with a couple of teachers that, like I said earlier, Miss Audie, Miss Cookwood. There was a couple others, but sometimes you gotta get rid of the knuckleheads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like we had a few of the knuckleheads up there, man.
Yeah. And some shit never changed because some of them niggas still corny as hell. So,
Mr. Richmond.
I haven't even seen him in years, but you know,
that nigga was definitely corny, bro.
Definitely was corny. So hard to believe just one day he just stopped being corny. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas don't wake up. Yeah, niggas don't wake up looking in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I gotta stop being corny, Slim. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't doing that. So
yeah, bro. It's ridiculous how many we had of those. And the thing is, like, it's not surprising as to why the schools shut down because of this shit. It's like, y'all niggas gave us the bare minimum. Now what the fuck you expect us to do?
Oh, yeah.
Like, niggas was
thriving. We knew that shit, too. We knew
Forestville. Niggas was thriving in such piss poor environments and shit. Yeah. And then
this whole area, like, I don't have... Yeah. My middle schools I went to in middle school, Thurgood's still up, and Andrew Jackson's still up. Berkshire gone, Forestville gone. Like,
shit, I went to, I don't even know if Capitol Heights still up there.
Yeah.
Capitol Heights Elementary.
I don't know. Like, yeah, just, but you just knew Forestville because it was like, the whole military thing. Once you found out that was a facade,
bro,
it just made you wonder, like, what else? And then
that shit was stupid.
Teachers doing their thing with the students and all that.
Yeah,
like, it was just always something else.
Son, them niggas.
So it was like,
niggas was perverts.
Yeah, so it was like you just kind of knew. So
like the men and the women up there, bro. It is wild as shit, bro. And like I said, I already know, like, that shit deserved to be shut down. I ain't really.
Oh yeah. Good times, good memories, but good riddance. Something like that. That's how you gotta break the curse sometimes. Like I about to say if they ain't shut it down, niggas would literally had to like set that joint on fire, burn it down. You know what I'm saying? Burn it down to the ground.
No bullshit. It was like a whole bunch of. I remember one teacher got knocked out for saying nigga.
Oh yeah, Mr. Hammond.
Yeah, Mr. Hammond. I had his class and shit.
Yeah, I didn't take Spanish. I took French.
Yeah, I had Spanish too.
Parlez-vous français.
Shit, I used to cheat in that motherfucker, bro. This how crafty I was. I think I probably told this story before, but when he would leave out, what I would do was I'd take one of the little people's papers from the day before. Mm-hmm. I mean, from the class before, mm-hmm. And then I'll see whatever grade they got, and I'll be like, all right, if they got a decent enough grade, I'll take that piece of paper and then I'll do my work
right
before he even get to class, before he come back.
Right.
Because I stayed during lunch, and he would leave out.
Right.
So I would just get the paper and just write the shit down, and then as soon as everybody come to class, I got the answers.
Right.
Shit, I was crafty.
And that's another thing teachers at Forestville was always like. Teachers was always like, even if it wasn't lunchtime, they would always like be leaving, mm-hmm. like randomly leaving. This would be, hour and a half class. They gone for 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking with the teacher next door, or like.
So that used to be like niggas stay doing that, bro.
Yeah. Like, I remember I was in 9th grade. I had a math teacher. I forgot what his name was. He was cool though. He was like real cool, but it was like, it used to be another female math teacher, like, class next to his, and she was like super bad. I forgot her name too. And she used to come into class, and whenever she walked in, we already knew Slim was about to drop everything. Like, I would have too, I ain't gonna lie. But we already
gonna fault them.
Yeah, we already knew Slim was gonna drop everything he was gonna do just to go like start talking to her or whatever. And he used to do it. I remember one time, bruh, nigga was up at the chalkboard and everything. Slim like nigga was in the middle. He's like, all right, so what we gonna do is we gonna find a common denominator for said fractions and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? He was like, so I'm gonna teach y'all a little trick. All you gotta do is you gotta think of the times table. You know what I'm saying? The little door opened up. And she walked in with like this little tight like kind of dress on. It looked, you know how the jersey dresses used to look.
Oh,
It
shit.
looked like a jersey dress, but it just ain't had no team or nothing on it.
Oh, God.
So it was like one of them Jones.
Hey, yo.
She walked in there, Jones. That nigga was like, yeah, so what you want to do is I'm going to teach y'all a little trick about think about the timetable. He was like, I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, y'all. And then he went out the class and was like, cuz gone for like 20, 25 minutes. And in ninth grade, that was like 45 minutes because ninth grade, our class was only 45 minutes long. Because we ain't had an hour and a half jump. It was just all your classes every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they had that little 8 class shit.
Yeah.
I hated that.
It wasn't no A-Day, B-Day.
I hated that shit, bro.
Yeah, so it was like, he'd be gone. Like, yeah, I don't know. Teachers, all the way up until senior year, teachers was prevalent for doing that.
Yeah,
all TC was supposed to have like Major Goodwine. He would show up every other class.
Nigga.
They might, all right, before you start, can we agree that all TC teachers might have been the worst?
Nigga. Hey, yo, I ain't gonna hold. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
they might. Yeah,
yes.
Right, just making sure. Cause they no matter who you had, they was the worst.
Hey, yo, but we fuck with Top because Top ain't give a damn. She knew we wasn't gonna do shit.
Hey, I get it. But at least Top like somewhat. No, I'm gonna give you your work for the semester.
Yeah.
Do it. If you finish, you finish. As long as you ain't out here getting in trouble.
Yeah.
You cool. I get that.
That shit used to be fire, bro.
But Top was always there though.
Yeah, she was. Well, depending on the situation. Because when they did the
little
drill team shit.
Oh yeah, she be gone there. But I'm talking about Top will always be there because we would be going to her class. Like, if I ain't want to go to class, like, let me see if Top will let me say this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
go on that jump, fuck around with the girls or some shit.
Yeah, fake like I'm interested in the drill team and all that. You know what I'm saying? No, damn well, I don't want no parts of this shit. But if she gonna let me stay, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, bro, Major Goodwine. I have his class Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Slim will show up Wednesday.
Like the wildest shit, bro. I tell you, I would go to his class right once, like every month. Then he got to the point where he was looking at me. He was like, "Man, I'm gonna have to call your parents and some shit because you're not coming to class." And he'll see me walking around, and I'm supposed to be in class. Mm-hmm. I'm like, so I don't care about this school for real. I don't care about all TC. I'm not going to join the army.
Right.
Like, that's technically what they were trying to get niggas to do for real.
Yeah.
And a lot of them fell for the trap. I ain't
gonna sabotage you and not getting good grades. And yeah, we could send you to the army. Then I remember it was one point in time people thought if you went to the army from Forestville, you was gonna already have some type of rank. Remember that?
Yeah, they gave you that little speech. Oh, you start off as like a corporal or some shit. Like,
yeah,
all right, nigga.
And I'm like, that's already a low rank, and then come and find out niggas was lying.
They just wanted niggas to sign up.
I went to the army. I was a private. Damn, niggas. At least corporal was already low. You can't even get that. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But
that shit trash, bro.
Yeah, Forestville, if they would have did another school like that, they probably would have been super successful. They picked the wrong area, wrong school,
wrong individuals to be teachers in it. Well, besides like those select few that we love.
Yeah. It was a lot of good teachers, but it was a lot of bad.
Like Mr. Myrick, man, that's my man, boy.
Like a belly to down.
I had him 9th grade, bro. Like, I loved his class.
Yeah, I feel like all the teachers in the early parts of Forestville, I feel like a lot of those teachers was like real good.
Besides Duffy.
Like in 9th and 10th grade, I feel like mostly all of those teachers was like real good. Towards the end of high school, nah.
Majority of them niggas was trash.
Everybody was like almost every teacher was corny.
Because after a while, you just stop caring about the school in general. Because you see, you've been there for 4 years. You start to see a little piece of everybody, and then you get an idea of their personality.
Yeah,
it's like
all the new teachers they was bringing in was just corny.
Yeah,
like somebody got a point to prove here. Somebody trying to make a statement there.
Yeah, because when they got rid of Coach Hay, when Coach Hay left, and then Mr. Richmond showed up.
Like, bro, you corny. Like, bro, you a gym teacher, bro. Like, you talking like you the president or something.
But low key, Miss Woodruff always been corny. Like,
yeah, she was. That's what I said. Some teachers just corny. Yeah,
always been corny.
Coach Hay was the balance.
Yeah,
like he was.
Yeah,
the
I
balance.
love Coach Hay, man.
Yeah,
sitting in his class and shit. Like when you about to play some basketball, he let you turn on whatever music you got.
Yeah, like bro, we cooling.
Yeah, I remember when like this was a rare occasion. This is during like senior year. We ain't give a fuck for it. Mm-hmm. Nigga, I pulled out the jaw 3, saw that joint playing basketball. Shit.
Yeah, that shit.
Oh, you hear
So Coach Hay came back?
Nah, this was during the whole Mr. Richmond portion. Oh, yeah. Which is why I believe that was the rare occasion. Which I said before, that rare occasion. And whew. Like that's something like the best basketball you can play where you got some good music.
Yeah, I mean, we just love basketball. We could play. Man, it just playing around him. It just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like you just playing and you just know like, man, this nigga cool. Especially when me and Mel went through what we went through with that whole suspension situation.
Oh yeah, and he tried
to wild out like, bro, you all that cool shit you be trying to do. Cause we got the whole rest of the year. That's one thing I did like about Forestville. Once you got past like the ninth grade gym, gym in ninth grade, like first half of the year this, second half, hell, if you was getting gym them other years, you had gym like the whole year.
Yeah.
I had gym like 3 times. I had gym every year in high school. And after ninth grade, I had it the whole year.
Shit, I had gym, I think, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Bro. Gym used to be fire.
Yeah.
Right? It depends, like, unless they was doing that little, what was it, the stupid little fucking training shit.
What's that?
Where they used to have you, like, I forgot, they had you climb the little rope and shit, and then eventually they had you do the little
obstacle course jump.
Yeah, and then they had you like do the little laps around the jump.
The field?
Isn't that, matter of fact, I think it was like the cadet challenge, whatever the fuck that shit was.
Was that it? You had to run a mile in like 15 minutes or something.
Yeah,
like
that shit.
Come on, Slim.
Like the fuck I look like.
Yeah, I fell for it one time. I fell for it literally like one time. I was like,
hey,
did that jump? I was like, yeah, all right. What's my time? I was like, yeah, 16 minutes. I was like, all right, what we get for that? No, you just wanted to see if you could do it. Oh yeah, all right, that's a bet. I don't want to hit this shit next year or whatever. Going forward, niggas is not. Yeah, run 4 laps around the field.
Son. Hey, I remember one year when that shit happened. What I did was I actually pushed myself to run an entire lap without stopping.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually did this shit. And I remember that nigga Jamal was with me. And nigga, like, he was cheering me on. He's like, yeah, bro, you can do it, you can do it. I was like on like the final stretch of the shit, like running the actual, like a full lap around the jump. Mm-hmm. Yo, I actually managed to do the jump.
Yeah, it's good.
Bro, when I finished, I was like one of the last niggas to finish, but yet I already lapped everybody. Mm-hmm. They didn't even do a full 4 laps. I actually did.
Right.
So I was like, bro, so y'all niggas really don't give a fuck for real? And they just let the niggas off. I was like, all right, bro. Fuck it.
Yeah. Like once I found out that shit was fun, I did too. Like that first time, I ran the first 2, walked the third one, and I ran the last one. And like once I asked cuz what we was getting for it, and I just knew I'm like, niggas ain't just make this up. This got to be like some type of, you know what I'm saying? Got to be some type of reward coming from this. A day off from school, no homework, some type of voucher. I was like, some got to come from this.
Yeah.
Nah, we just, you know what I'm saying? All TC, see if I can do it and all. Oh, yeah, all right, that's bad. That's bad.
Son,
You ain't got to worry about me doing this again.
that shit was trash, bro. Like complete and utter trash. And then like they was like real lenient on the girls too. They ain't even they didn't even make them niggas do it for real.
Not at all. Unless the girls was just athletic.
Yeah.
And a lot of my gym classes, we ain't have
If
athletic girls.
if the girls look good, the teachers will be like, oh no, we'll let you can do like 2.
Yeah. Well, you can walk one. Yeah, I don't want to sweat out my head. All right, well, just walk a half a lap. I'm like,
Knowing
come on,
good and
man.
damn well, like you're in a high school. Why the fuck you got your hair done anyway?
Yeah. Because they can. What am I going to say now, man?
Yeah. I was like, nigga, they was
The rules was really just catered for dudes, for real.
It was.
Yeah, that shit
like you
was
couldn't have no long hair. You could you had to keep your hair cut. But girls, they could always have like the nice little hairstyles and all that shit.
Just pin it up, or
Yeah.
you know,
Like the fuck are you talking about?
Like why can't we have hair and just pin it up? Like yeah, that you could tell that boys with shit. Like I said, they lucky that joint didn't get like burned down to the ground or something.
Yeah, by one of the students and shit.
Yeah, that's one of the jumps where it'd be like a documentary or some shit, and then it'd just be like somebody showing how like Forestville traumatized the jump,
surviving Forestville,
and then like at the end of the documentary, like all you see is like Slim walking around the whole school with the gas can and shit, like going around the jump. And then all you see is like that nigga just set the jump on fire and then like step back and then fall down. Like he's, you know what I'm saying? Good riddance, you know what I'm saying? Like that's one of them. That's one of them jumps, man.
Damn, like one of the ending of the movies and shit had a little jump where they did a little slow walk away and then all of a sudden like the shit blow up.
Yeah, something like that,
bro.
You won't harm nobody else. This curse stops here. You know what I'm saying? And just set that on fire, Slim.
So, yeah, because it is definitely a whole bunch of negative energy inside of that fucking thing.
Yeah. But guess we can get up out of here now.
Yeah, definitely, man. We've been in for what, almost 2 hours?
Yeah, almost.
Damn.
Yeah. So we added a little bit, a couple of extra stuff. I mean, all the stories kind of was like based towards the subject anyway.
It was.
Yeah. So in the midst of things, we kind of both agree that we feel like nowadays college education isn't really. It's good. I'm not gonna downplay nobody getting it.
Yeah, neither would I. But
yeah.
like whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, it's more than one ways to bake a cake.
Yeah, like our ideas are our own and shit. Like we have our own set of beliefs and shit.
Right. Just because it worked for you doesn't mean it's gonna work for me. Just because it worked for me don't mean it's gonna work for the next guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But we just try and give you somewhat of a different perspective. Doesn't necessarily have to be 100% correct. Doesn't have to be 100% wrong. But
right.
It's just a conversation.
Right.
Take it how you want it.
Right.
And if you're a female, it's kind of like it's okay. But if you're a dude, pause.
Yeah. But it's been another Breaking the Narrative podcast, BTN for short. I'm Teddy.
I'm Tony.
And we out.